We got our inspiration makeup off LemyBeauty. She is a beautiful, stunningly beautiful, gorgeous, amazing looking person on Instagram. I'll leave her information down below. And to start this makeup look, I'm taking my NIVEA Men Aftershave Balm, and I'm just going to apply that all over the face and make sure to massage it and to cover every single area. And this is an amazing primer for foundations. Then I will follow with my primer water by SMASHBOX. This is the best combo for your makeup. If you want to stay all day, use the NIVEA Men and the SMASHBOX. I'm just allowing it enough time to dry and to really sink into the skin and just to do its thing. Following that, I'm taking Pores No More by Dr. BRANDT. My sister doesn't have big pores, but I just love this smooth finish that it gives to the makeup. So even though it's not for the pores, it does give the foundation a nice finish. Picking up two foundations. First one is the L'Oreal Pro Matte. I'm going to put that a little bit on my hand, and this is going to be the primary foundation because she's extremely oily. Then I will follow with a darker foundation, and I will just apply a little bit of that, and that's going to darken that foundation for her skin tone. And then I'm taking the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this is going to give me the undertone because she is a yellow tone. Then I will just mix everything together, and I'm going to go ahead and apply this mixture all over her face since it has been already primed. Picking up her Longwear Concealer by MAC. This is in the shade NC20. It is a little bit light for her, but Lemmy had an extremely bright eye. She looked like almost Kardashian makeup, really bright under eyes and highlight. So that's why I'm gonna go for. I'm going to apply this under the eyes, on the eyelids, on the forehead, on the tip of the nose, around the mouth, and on the chin. And this is going to really bring those areas forward and also really highlight them. I applied it on the lids just so it acts as a eyeshadow primer. Then I'm going to do a quick cream contour. I'm picking up LA Girl's concealer, and this is in the shade Espresso. I'm just going to apply that on the hollows of the cheeks, along the nose, on the jawline, on the chin, and a tiny little bit on the forehead just for color balance, not for actually contouring the forehead because she has a very small forehead already. Then I will follow with my damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to blend this as quickly as I can because it dries super quickly and I don't want it to dry because then my blending is gonna be a mess. So I'm just gonna blend it really quickly. To set all the concealers and the foundations on the face, I'm using my MERCIER translucent powder, and I'm just really going to pack that on the under eyes, and I'm also going to really apply that all over the areas that I apply my concealer. And I'm going to do the baking method with this. I'm just going to let it sit on the skin for a few minutes, and I feel like it does change how your makeup lasts throughout the day and how the makeup ends up looking. To bronze up the face, I'm using my new favorite bronzer, which is the Revlon, and this is in 15 Sun. This bronzer, you guys, is life. It gives me life. I am obsessed with it, and I'm just so glad that it's this big because I need that amount. I'm just going to apply that on the areas that I contoured with, and this is just going to set the concealer, and it's also going to give her a little bit more color and shape to her face. Picking up my Morphe brushes, 35 Neutral palette, I'm taking this orange eyeshadow, and I'm just going to pop that on her crease, and this is going to be our transition shade. Following that, I'm picking up any dark brown eyeshadow, and I'm just also going to pop that on the outer V of the eye, and all we're doing here is creating definition and a little bit more depth in that area. Once I do that, I'm mixing this dark brown eyeshadow with this deep plum eyeshadow, and I'm just going to pack those two colors on the outer V of the eye. And again, all we're doing is creating definition and depth. I will apply this in circular motions. Picking up this 2 skin tone eyeshadows, and I'm just going to apply that just from the beginning to about half of the eyelid. And what we're doing here is we're just creating a little bit of gradient, so I'm just going to make sure that I really pack this eyeshadow on because I do want it to be visible. Now picking up an off-white eyeshadow, I'm just going to pack that on the tear duct area, and this is going to give it a nice gradient from darker to light or light to dark, and it's just going to really brighten up the eye and make it look whiter and bigger. Picking up my favorite eyeshadow from MAC, which is NYLON, I'm just going to pop that underneath the brow bone, and this is going to really highlight that area and just going to bring more attention and light to the eye look, as you can already see how beautiful that looks. I'm also going to pack that on the tear duct area because I want to enhance the tear duct a little bit more, and I want it to look a lot brighter and wider. Next, I'm taking any nude liner. She didn't have any black at all in her eyes, so I'm not going to put a black eyeliner. I will just stick with the nude. Going back with the same orange eyeshadow and a square brush, I'm just going to apply that very softly on the lower lash line. She didn't have any smoked out lash, so that's why I'm just balancing out the eyeshadows here. Going back in with any dark brown and any orangey brown, like a burnt orange brown, I'm also going to pack that on the lower lash line, and I'm just going to keep it really tight there so it's really sharp and visible. I'm going to move on with liner. I'm picking up my NYC liquid eyeliner, and you guys know this is my ride or die eyeliner, and her eyeliner did take a little bit longer than expected because it is the first time I ever do makeup on her, so but it did turn out well, which is what we wanted, but it did take a little bit long to do her wing line, so yeah. I'm going to let her do this step, which is mascara. She can apply her own mascara, so let's let her do that. And she's just gonna coat her upper lashes and apply decent coats. For lashes today, I'm using KOKO lashes in the style Goddess, one of my favorite lashes, and apparently hers from now on. To allow the glue to dry, I'm just going to go ahead and just blend that Mercier powder and just sweep it away or blend it in, whatever you want to do. And once I do that, I'm going to pick up my MILANI blush. This is BELLISIMO Bronze. You can use it as a bronzer or as a blush. I'm going to use them as both. I'll just apply that a little bit above her contour and just lightly blend it upwards and towards the contour. Now the lash glue is tacky, I will just go ahead and pop those lashes on, and honestly it was like the smoothest lash application in the whole world. It was just so easy and it was just right on from the first step. For the highlight today, I'm using Champagne Pop by Jaclyn Hill, of course, the most beautiful and expensive highlight that I own. And I'm just going to apply that on the highest points of the cheeks. This girl has the most beautiful cheekbones, so I definitely want to call some attention to those with a bomb-ass highlight. And of course, no other than Jaclyn Hill. Once I apply that on the cheekbones, I'm just going to follow along and apply that on the Cupid's bow, and then whatever's left over, I'm just going to apply that on the chin, and with my finger I'm going to apply that on the tip of the nose and on the bridge of the nose. I have been loving applying highlight in this method. It just gives the highlight a whole different look, and I feel like it looks so flattering on her. For lipstick, she did have like a deep plum or like a deep brown eyeshadow. It's really hard to see. Best I could do was apply Limbo from ColourPop Cosmetics, and then above that we applied Icon by BH Cosmetics, and definitely did do the lip combo that we wanted to go for, and I feel like it was a perfect match. To set all the powders and highlights, I'm going to take MAC Fix Plus, and you guys know this is a must for me and of course for her, and let it sink in the skin and do its thing. And that is it for this makeup tutorial, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Mwah.